Hello, it's Bud. We're going to look at the 3D tilt tool. This is part one. We're going to try to make this quick and dirty. We just want to understand a little bit about how this tilt tool is going to work. So let's start with Designer. We've got a board. Let's do a rectangle. And for the heck of it, I'm going to center it. And I'm going to apply a texture. I'm going to use this checkering and make it a 1/4 inch checker. And I've got my checkerboard. Okay, so now let's go to the tilt tool. Basically, it's going to work similar to what the dome does, but it will not be a rounded type of figure. It will be a linear, top to bottom straight line, 0 to 255, 256 type arrangement. I'm going to run this over to the left side, which means that the top should be thicker than the bottom. See if that's true. That looks like it is. You can see the bottom is right at the edge of the board, and then it tapers or tilts or slopes, however you want to say it. Let's make this deeper. Let's make it 3/4 inch. So it's going from top surface of the board to 3/4 inch deeper at the top. And we have that checkerboard pattern on it. Now let's look at a little bit more, just so we understand. Let's take this wind pattern and put it on here. And depending on where I put it, how big I make it, and everything else, part of it may wash out. I'm going to center it just horizontally so that I can move it up and down. It's about where I want it, but I'm not seeing all of the chin the way I want. So instead of making it a 1/4 inch deep, I'm going to change it to a 0.150. And that gives me my chin. So now if I turn this on the side, we can see that the wind pattern is on the same plane as what the surface of the board is. And the tilt gives me the appearance that I want, in that it is thicker at the top of the wind pattern and thinner at the bottom. So my wall is falling away from my wind pattern in that respect. Just so we understand, if I do an additive merge, this pattern now is on the same plane as what the tilt is, but in this case I've picked up my carve pattern on the tilt, the texture, and I don't want that, so I'm not going to make it a merge. And we can see that the wind pattern will look good. If this was a box side or something like that, I may apply a cutout to the rectangle. Flip the cut, hide the cut, and accept. And now I have the box side. With just the wind pattern, but the back surface texture is tilted, thicker here at the bottom than it is at the top, and that slope or tilt is 3/4 of an inch, 0 to 3/4 of an inch deep. And that is part 1 of the 3D lesson on the tilt tool. I hope that helps.